Hi everybody, I'm in my home away from home, my city that I love no matter what, no matter how crazy it is, no matter what I almost step on when I'm walking on the sidewalks here. No, thank you. Hello. I'm okay. Thank you. Okay? Yes. No matter how loud the sirens are, no matter how foggy it is in the mornings. I actually really like that part. Honestly, it's hard for me, like, there's like the main things you can complain about for San Francisco, like, and yeah, they're kind of bad, but it's hard for me to like think of a long list of things I don't like about the city. There's really only like a couple things. I just love it here, San Francisco. And let me tell you, so, let me pull the camera closer. Yesterday, we got in at, we landed at 11 p.m. West Coast time, got to the hotel at midnight, and it was Halloween night. Oh my gosh. Halloween night, I mean, it's just a crazy night for cities, for, I know it's a crazy night for hospitals, law enforcement, like a lot. And let me tell you, last night, I saw it. Not even, the flight was fine. We had some characters on the flight. I'm not even gonna pretend like that didn't happen. It definitely did. Characters, just like characters. It's the best way I can describe it. But it was fine. The flight was fine. But we landed and we got picked up by the van to be driven to the hotel. And there was an issue with another driver who was clearly drunk. I don't know what happened. I don't know if they didn't go and our driver honked at them or something at a light. I don't remember, but it set this person off. They were swerving all over the road. They kept trying to like brake check us. So there were a number of times when it would like swerve into the lane in front of us, slam on the brakes. We would slam on the brakes. We all had to like, we had our seatbelts on, but like we just kept getting thrusted against our seatbelts. It was actually really bad. There were a couple times the guy got out of the car and started screaming and like cussing us out. And you could just tell his eyes, he was gone, like gone. All red in the face, like kind of swaying, but screaming over, it was over nothing. And I wasn't too worried about what was gonna happen because I feel like if he was going to do something bad, like if he had something really bad on him, he would have already done it. But we ended up finally being able to get away from him. And I think during all of that, he did the brake check thing maybe like 4 or 5 times. Like he would finally go into another road and then swerve in front of us and slam on the brakes, and our driver would slam on the brakes, and then at traffic lights he would get out, or he would just like only if we were stuck behind him, he, in the middle of the street, he would just slam on the brakes and then stay there so close so that we couldn't like pull away. It was crazy. Over nothing, literally over nothing. This man was just trying to get a fight. Then, because of all of that, I don't know if this driver that we had usually does this, but like I said, it's like midnight. He took us straight through the Tenderloin, like through the thick of the Tenderloin. And for those of you who don't know San Francisco, the Tenderloin, all the bad stuff you see about San Francisco is usually like the streets and all of that, and like the drug activity and everything that goes on in the Tenderloin. That's where it's like all in your face. And he took us straight through it. And the Tenderloin already at nighttime is not the best place to be. And to drive through it, I mean, it's just not safe, I'd say, especially with the way like people were acting last night. But I saw the Tenderloin last night like I have never seen it before. Never. I've been in the Tenderloin a number of times driving through, and I've accidentally walked through it before. Actually, a couple times. And it is what it is. I've never really been bothered, but it's still just not the best place, it's not really where you want to go. Seeing it on Halloween night is like nothing I have ever seen before. And let me tell you, I've spent Halloween in New Orleans, like on Bourbon Street. I've spent Halloween, pretty sure I've done it in Vegas. I've been out in crazy areas where the streets are crowded and people are partying and it's chaos everywhere. But this is like completely different than anything I've ever seen, and I don't even really know how to describe it. It was extremely depressing, and it gave very much like end of the world vibes. I don't know how else to say it, but it was so crowded, and there were so many people, and people were so messed up. I'm trying to think, I have to like tread carefully like how I speak on YouTube. People were so out of their mind that it was almost like you couldn't tell who was who, like who was just partying and there for fun, and who was even dressed up, and who was someone who is struggling and in a really horrible place in their life. You also couldn't tell who were, yeah, I shouldn't say it. Gosh, I wish I could just like say what I wanted to say, but I can't. You have to tread lightly over certain things. And I also don't want to speak derogatory about anyone. But what was depressing was seeing everyone so gone, like gone. Young kids, the people who are actually on like hardcore drugs. There was a girl outside one club. She was on her hands and her knees throwing up on the sidewalk. And that is not a sidewalk you want to be touching with any part of your body. Trust me. On her hands and her knees, throwing up, and her friends were laughing. And I was just like, oh my gosh. This is so bad. This is so horrible. It's not funny. It's not cute. It's not just like a wild night out with your friends, where it was just awful looking at it. It felt kind of dystopian, but also like, what's that movie with Kurt Russell? Escape from LA. It kind of made me think of that. I haven't seen that movie. It made me think of Escape from LA. I guess just like pure debauchery is the best way to say it. But just depressing seeing these people like this. And then, so like going through that, and there were like people fighting. It was just so much chaos. And coming around the corner to like our hotel, seeing people just kind of straying or like walking on the sidewalk in costumes and stuff, but just like, you could tell they're blacked out, like completely gone. People falling over, I'm just like, this is our culture. Like, this is what we do for a good time in America, is we just get so obliterated that anything could happen to you. I mean, I have friends who've been beaten up and mugged and left on the street on nights like that, and woke up with like black eyes, broken nose, and nothing on their butt, like no, all of their stuff stolen, even their shoes. Like, how is that how is putting yourself in that kind of situation glorified so much the way it is in this country? And it's not, I know it happens in other countries too. I've been to other countries where people are, that's kind of like the culture, but the partying culture, but it's gross, and it doesn't put anyone in a good or safe position. And I drink, like I enjoy a few drinks here and there, and there was a vlog not that long ago I posted where I was hungover the next morning, but it's like the girl on the sidewalk on her hands and knees throwing up and her friends laughing. Like, that's not a funny story to tell later. That's horrible. You just poisoned yourself into getting violently ill for the sake of a good time. What? I don't know. I don't mean to start off this vlog in such a depressing way. I actually have a lot of good stuff I want to do on this vlog, and I want it to be a happy vlog, but I couldn't not talk about that last night. And then when I get to my hotel, I filmed some of it, but something bad happened. There was caution tape everywhere, cop cars everywhere. There were ambulances all night long. I heard ambulances all night long. Just chaos. Be safe. Like, I have a lot of people around my own age, and I have like some older people who watch this channel as a big portion of my demographic, but I do have like 18 to 25-year-olds, that age range, who watch my channel. Just don't ever put yourself in a position where you have no control over your circumstances for the sake of having a good time. It's not funny, it's not cute, and something really, really horrible could happen to you. And if you have friends who are pushing you to do that kind of stuff and make you feel like you're boring or you're lame if you don't do it, they're not your friends, and you need to cut those people out of your life. You will find friends that you can have a good time with, that you can have a few drinks with, have a silly night with, have fun with. But the ones who encourage you to get to the point of blacking out and having no control over anything and thinking it's funny, those are not your friends. And especially if you're a girl, you're more vulnerable. That's just the way that it is. That's just like the unfortunate truth of the world. You are so much more vulnerable as a girl in those situations. I have lots of friends. By the grace of God, nothing that horrible has ever happened to me, but I have friends who have had like unspeakable things done to them because they lost complete control of their circumstances. And they were out with people they trusted too. And they lost them and someone else got them. Like, it's never worth it. But on a happier note, and I hate speaking cryptically. Like, I wish I could just say certain things like very bluntly, because when I'm with my friends, I speak a lot more bluntly and more harshly. But I tried a lot lighter on YouTube for multiple reasons. But yeah, I'm sure my message got across to whoever needed to hear it. And thankfully, I keep hearing that Gen Z is less into drinking culture than millennials were. And that is actually very refreshing to hear, because drinking culture is not all it's advertised to be. Okay, but we have to go get coffee. I am going to go see someone who I have wanted to see in San Francisco for a very long time, and I'm so excited. I don't even care how much it costs to see this little guy, but I have been trying to come see him here for years now. He is a local celebrity in San Francisco. There is a book written about him, and his name is Claude, and he's an albino alligator. Oh my God, I can't wait. He's over at the Science Museum in Golden Gate Park. I watch the live stream of him sometimes just because I want to watch him swimming around. He's never moving when the live stream is on. Sometimes he's just floating in the water, but I love alligators. Alligators and bunny rabbits are my favorite animals. And to see an albino alligator is just, I can't wait. It's gonna be so cool. And I never get to see alligators anymore because I don't live in the South anymore. That will change soon, hopefully. But yeah, we're gonna go see Claude, and then we have dinner plans tonight, and we're just gonna enjoy this beautiful day in San Francisco. Carl, the fog is still kind of looming around, but it's mostly lifted. I have to figure out what I'm gonna get for coffee today. Like, what area should I go in? Should I get coffee around here like I normally do? I'll figure that out, but let's go. We have a full day planned ahead of us. I don't leave until tomorrow morning, so this is a 32-hour layover. Got in last night, I leave tomorrow morning. It's daylight savings time, so we fall back, and tomorrow, or at 2 a.m. tonight, so I get an extra hour of sleep, thank goodness, and that's it. Let's go. Ooh, it's loud in here. We are going to Phil's Coffee. I love Phil's Coffee. I haven't had it in so long, so I figured that's the place to go. This whole city has been taken over by Waymos. I guess there are some people who would say Waymos are also one of the negatives of San Francisco. I disagree. I like these cars. They're here whether we like them or not, and I don't think they're going anywhere. So I'm just gonna enjoy it because it's peaceful. I've already talked about these enough though in my vlogs. I'm sure y'all have heard enough. But I have a 31-minute ride ahead of me. And I've got my coffee. I got the mint mojito. I'm kind of bummed that I didn't get the tiramisu because I heard two different people talking about how good the seasonal tiramisu coffee is, and how literally one guy was like, well, I always get the same thing. And the girl was like, no, the tiramisu one is so good. I usually just get the same thing too, but it's like insane. And then I heard one of the baristas talking about how good it was. I was like, damn. I should have got tiramisu. I just got the mint mojito coffee like I always do. Maybe next time. It's been great people watching today, though. Polk Street has so many young people. So just sitting in Phil's and watching all the people come in and out, it's just good people watching. I love it. I like the way people dress here in San Francisco, too. It's almost like a sophisticated comfort vibe. That's the best way I can describe it. And it actually makes so much sense when I say it out loud. San Francisco, people dress with like a sophisticated comfort. That really mainly applies to like yuppies, like transplants. Well, maybe not transplants, but young professionals. I mean, obviously there's people here with so much individuality, and it's a very eclectic city too. A lot of characters. But when it comes to like the young professionals, oh my gosh, hold on. Look at this staircase. Are we turning left? Please. Yes. I don't know if you'll be able to catch it, but the staircase, no, it was too fast. So the staircase had pumpkins going from top to bottom of all different, like from the top of the staircase had the biggest pumpkin, and it went all the way down to the smallest staircase, or to the bottom staircase with the smallest pumpkin. I don't know why I made that so difficult to explain, but it was really cool. It was so like visually satisfying. Also, look how steep this road is. I'm like basically laying down. Is this Fillmore? Fillmore is such a crazy steep street. No, it's Buchanan. Okay, we're leaving the museum. I'm back in a Waymo. That was so cool. The California Academy of Science is the museum. That was one of the coolest museums I've ever been to. I could have spent hours and hours and hours in there. That was so much fun. I hope I got good footage of it. I feel like I did. I was draining my battery life in my phone because I was primarily using my phone. For quick little shots like that, it's always easiest for me to use my phone. It is busy in the park today. But I need to go to the De Young Museum. De Young. It's across from the Science Museum. And one day I'll spend a day at that museum. And they have a manga exhibit right now, which looks pretty cool. But it's a lot to do in one day. Plus I have plans and I need to hurry up. But I did get a couple things at the museum that I obviously have to share. Okay, so I bought this book, Claude. This is about the alligator. The albino alligator. I have wanted this book for a long time, but I told myself I'm not going to buy it until I see him with my own eyes. And then I'll just get it at the museum. Because I almost bought this when I went to Alcatraz last year. Because the same author and artist, or at least the same illustrations, it might be the same author, wrote a book that I bought. And it's called The Gardener of Alcatraz. And it's the cutest book. It's about a prisoner who's a gardener in Alcatraz. It doesn't sound cute, but it's actually a really sweet book for children. And it's really cool. But yeah, so same artist at least. It might be the same author. I'm not sure. Wrote this book about Claude. And I'm just so happy I have it now. So Claude is older than I thought he was. He was born in 1995. This year was his 30th birthday, which is so crazy. Reptiles can live so long, but he can live, if he's taken well care of, which it seems like he is, he can live up to 60 years. So I learned some like really cool facts while I was in there. That I read just from reading the stuff on the wall, but the girls and the people who work in that museum are so precious. I don't know if they're like interns or whatever, but they're young and they seem genuinely so excited to share information. There were these two girls in there that wanted to tell me about this electric eel. And some of the facts that they told me about were, one, they were like, you want to guess how many times or how much electricity this eel has in it, like wattage, compared to our outlets. And I said how. I was like, there's no way I'm going to guess how. 5 times as much electricity. The next question she asked was, do you think that they can shock you after they die? And I was like, well, I'm going to guess maybe yes, since you're asking. And she said, yes, they can shock you for up to 8 hours after they die. Crazy, because there's that much electricity built up in those eels. And the eel was so cool looking. The jellyfish were amazing. All of the sea anemones and the coral and the butterflies and the snakes and the lizards and the frogs were so cute. The penguins, oh my gosh, the penguins were the most precious thing ever. And they just came right up to you. It was so cute. Like, it was fun for me, but it was so cute watching the little toddlers run up to the glass and put their hands on the glass and look, and the penguin would swim right up to them and just kind of like be playing with them. It was so cute. There was a little girl in there who even grabbed my hand because I think she thought I was her mom or something. And she was just holding on to my finger. It was the most precious thing ever. And her parents started laughing. I turned around. We just waited for her to realize. She looked up. She got scared and ran to her mom. But it was so cute. Anyway, I got 2 other things. I was hoping that they would have this. I got a Claude magnet for my fridge. Look at how cute. And he even has, see his eye? He even has like a pink eye because he's albino. He has like pinkish eyes. And he's so cute. So I'm going to put this on my fridge, the alligator. And then I saw something else. This stuff was expensive, but oh well. I just saw this and I had to have it because I don't have any kind of cute keychain whatsoever on my keychain. And I've been wanting one, but I haven't found anything that's like good enough. I got this sparkly Golden Gate Bridge one. You would think, I'm like San Francisco's super fan because, and people are always like, why don't you just move there? I still don't want to live here. I just love visiting. It's my special place that I just visit. Even my phone background is of the bridge. Me and that bridge. So now I am meeting my friend. So now I'm meeting my friend who happens to be in town. And we're going to go walk around Fillmore Street and go into a couple of the shops. I need to change so that I'm ready for dinner. And I need to like decompress for a second as well. I hope I have enough time. I just need to change. But I'm so happy I did that. That was so much fun. Go to the museums. Go to a museum by yourself. I talked about this in my Seattle vlog, but going to a museum by yourself is so much fun because you can spend as much time as you want there. And that, like I said, is the coolest science museum I've ever been to. The birds that were in the rainforest part, the butterflies, I couldn't get over it. There was so much to look at. And I felt like I genuinely learned a lot while I was in there. I want to go back with a kid so bad, preferably my own one day, but I want to go back with my own or with, why are we going this way? I'll go with a friend's kid. I don't care. What the heck? Oh, I got so turned around with where we were. Anyway, I'm getting stares from people and I hate that. I'm on Hate Street. No wonder it's so colorful and hippie looking. I forgot the name of the restaurant we're getting dinner at, but I have kind of a headache. I think it's because I'm dehydrated, so I need to drink some water, change, and go. If you have the time and you want to do something interesting, go to a cool museum, like a science museum or an art museum. This museum, I will say, was on the expensive side, but it was worth every penny. I think it was $49 for entry. So, my face is puffy. So yeah, kind of expensive, but completely worth it. So worth it. Also, I was going to get an Uber back to the hotel just to I don't need to buy Waymos everywhere because they do tend to be more expensive now. They used to be cheaper, but this one was cheaper. So maybe they're back to being cheaper again. I don't know. Or I just got lucky. But an Uber back to the hotel was $10 more than this Waymo was. So that's pretty fun. And I get to film in here. It saves me time. I don't have to do it at the hotel when I get back. So that's good too. And now I'm going to relax because walking all over that museum made me kind of tired. It's loud in here because the AC just kicked on, but this is what I'm wearing. My park pants that I always wear, the baggy khakis, and then this sweater, which is from that rental company I was talking about, Bento, B-N-T-O. I really like it. It's really cute. You can like really zip it up if you want. I don't know. But I'm gonna leave it like this. These sunglasses were from that company too. Really like it. And of course, I'm wearing my silver shoes that I always wear. These are just my go-to. But it's time for me to go. I ate some of that macaroni. It was like buffalo chicken macaroni and cheese. It was so good. It was from the Science Museum, but I wish I didn't eat it. Well, I was hungry, but now I'm pretty full from it. I didn't eat a ton of it, but I'm sure I'll get hungry again. I know I will. I've got an hour and a half until dinner. I'll be fine. Hotel room. I'm ready for bed. Let me tell you, I'm exhausted. It is, what time is it? 9. I'm gonna get some good rest tonight. I know I am. And it's daylight savings, fall back, so I gain an hour. I'll get a little, I hope I get decent sleep tonight. And I'm gonna read. Dinner was incredible. Okay, that place, I already forgot the name of it. It's all Greek. Kokkari Estiatorio, I don't know. Kokkari. The food was so delicious. The ambiance was absolutely stunning in there. I got really tired halfway through dinner. I got so tired, I felt bad. But the food was incredible. The desserts, oh my gosh. I have like all this to-go food. And I had a glass of wine. I honestly, like, wine was really good, but I feel like I could have done without it because I got kind of full from it. I never even finished the last couple sips. It was very good wine. It was Greek wine, but I feel like it made me more full and tired. So I don't know, but the peppers, the cheese, all of it was just to die for. It was so good. My pork belly, which had like a pomegranate molasses on it, and then the salad I had was persimmon salad. It was so good with like pomegranate seeds and oh, delicious. I loved it there. I would go back there in a heartbeat. San Francisco just has never-ending options for incredible food, incredible places. I love this city, like more than anything. I love this city so much. And I never want to think about a time. I can't even imagine like not coming here as much as I do. The fact that I get to come here all the time, and I feel this way every time I'm here. I'm always so happy when I'm here. And stop telling me to move here, you guys, because I want to live where I want to live. I know where I want to live. But San Francisco is my happy place. It's my escape. That's the best way to put it, I guess. San Francisco is like my escape. This is my fun place. This is where I don't have to think about anything that's stressing me out at home or whatever. Like, San Francisco is just my escape, where I get to do all the things I love to do. And I never run out of things to do. And I'm even happy doing the same thing over and over again here when I'm here. So I just can't believe I got to see Claude finally. And I got my magnet. I was just freaking out looking at my magnet about how happy I was that I have a white alligator magnet with a pink eye, a little pink crystal for the eye. I can't wait to put that on my fridge. It brings me so much joy. This whole trip has brought me a lot of joy. And I have to leave tomorrow, which is so sad, but I'm going to get a coffee. Hopefully I'll have time in the airport. I really hope that I do before work. I wish I could order ahead, but you can't at this airport. Oh well, I need to go to bed. I want to relax and kind of chill before I go to sleep. So good night.